Some Ethiopian government officials have fled to Eritrea. What happened? Because generally Eritreans enter Ethiopia, they use Ethiopia as a transit to reach the Middle East or Europe. Thank you for watching my views and news. Warm welcome to you. Good to be with you. Three main topics in this video. Firstly, some Ethiopian officials have fled to Eritrea. It is being reported by several official sources on condition of anonymity. They're confirming that these officials entered Eritrea. What happened? Secondly, Tigray opposition parties have announced a boycott of the national dialogue. The dialogue to which a new Tigray president committed when he signed a document with the federal government a week ago. Last we were Somalia, where Al-Shabaab advancing towards Mogadishu. Last night there were rumors of announcement of state of emergency in Somalia. Al-Shabaab carried out an attack 15 kilometers away from Mogadishu yesterday. Somalia's military withdrew from another town this morning. Rapid developments unfolding in Somalia, it seems. Let's have a look at Somalia first. I have been updating you about Al-Shabaab's recent gains, territorial gains in Shabelle, in parts of Gulgudug, in Hiran, in recent months, and Somalia had to seek support of Ethiopia and other countries to repel Al-Shabaab's march towards Mogadishu. US airstrikes, UAE, Ethiopian airstrikes, trying to push Al-Shabaab back from the capital, though Al-Shabaab is not close to the capital, but they are trying to march towards Mogadishu. Last night, President Hassan Sheikh chaired a high-level meeting of his government ministers and security officials. And some ministers gave the suggestion of announcement of state of emergency in Somalia. They said the situation is alarming. The militias which were mobilized, which were formed over a year ago, Maoist militias should be reorganized, because those militias played a key role in regaining territories from Al-Shabaab. The militias had participation of local fighters, tribal elders played a role in the formation of those militias. But Somalia's government lost the pace and the momentum against Al-Shabaab. That is, the militias are now retreating. Somalia's forces retreated from Mokokari yesterday. Mokokari is in Gulgudug. They retreated towards Gorial from Mokokari. A week ago, they retreated from Adan Yabal, a strategic town in Shabelle. And around less than 24 hours ago, Al-Shabaab hit a military checkpost of Somalia's forces around 15 kilometers away from Mogadishu. Al-Shabaab has been firing mortars at Mogadishu airport. Flights remained suspended few days ago at Mogadishu airport. And PM Abiy visited Mogadishu a month ago. Al-Shabaab carried out mortar attack on Mogadishu airport. So, situation definitely alarming in Mogadishu, around Mogadishu. That is why Hassan Sheikh government is considering taking some big decisions. I think some high-level security officials could be fired. New appointments could be made. Somalia is in need of the support of regional players. Somalia, if regional believe if all regional players stop the support for Somalia, such a government won't be able to survive. Though Ethiopian troops, Ugandan troops, Kenyan troops, Djibouti's troops are on the ground in Somalia, Ethiopian air power, UAE, US air power supporting Somalia, still Al-Shabaab is a force to be reckoned with in Somalia. Let's see. Such a government could make big decisions in coming hours, I think. Secondly, viewers, Tigray opposition parties have announced a boycott of the national dialogue. They say they won't participate in the national dialogue. A new president of Tigray, Tadesse Verede, when he was chosen to be the president and appointed by the Ethiopian Prime Minister, signed an 8-point document with the federal government. He agreed that he'll pave the way for Tigray to be part of national dialogue. How will he pave the way? I mean, opposition parties are boycotting the national dialogue. TPLF might have agreed, and after that, where they signed the document. But no opposition party, no major opposition party is willing to be part of Ethiopian national dialogue, which is basically a useless practice because no major Ethiopian political or armed player is part of this national dialogue. Millions of beers are being spent on the work of the national dialogue, which has achieved nothing so far. Only commissioners are getting salaries, representatives being selected or getting daily allowancing. Otherwise, this national dialogue has been launched just to tell the international community that Zimbabwe's government believes in dialogue. But this national dialogue lacks participation of relevant players in Ethiopia. Lastly, viewers, some Ethiopian officials have fled into Eritrea. It does not happen very often, by the way. Generally, Eritreans enter Ethiopia. There are tens of thousands of Eritrean migrants in Ethiopia, some living illegally, others, majority living legally. Why do they enter Ethiopia? For economic reasons, because of repression in Eritrea. They want to go to the Middle East, they want to go to Europe, they want to go to other countries. They use Ethiopia as a transit. And in Ethiopia, they get a refugee status too, refugee card as well. They can survive here. Uh, so generally, Eritreans enter Ethiopia. Ethiopians have nothing to go for in Eritrea. Eritrea is not better economically. It's not more free in terms of civil liberties. That is why would Ethiopians go to Eritrea? Only reason for an Ethiopian to enter Eritrea would be that he's not safe in Ethiopia and he's going to be welcomed in Eritrea. Some government officials from Afar region of Ethiopia have fled to Eritrea. And one of them is a Afar regional council member. Reportedly, I tried to confirm it. I could not get official confirmation, but several sources saying that it has happened. Government is trying to cover it up. Who is this man? Why did he decide to go to Eritrea? Of course, he won't be able to return to Ethiopia now, keeping in view Eritrea-Ethiopia tensions. His name is Ibrahim Usman. He is a Far Regional Council member working as head of agriculture and resource development department of a Far region. There are conflicting reports about why he fled to Eritrea. He entered Eritrea with his security guards, so there were a few people accompanying him. Were they all his security guards or some other Afar stood not clear, but less than 10 people entered Eritrea from Ethiopian Afar region. What I have learned is that the man was not happy with the movement of some Tigray fighters or Tigray people in a contested territory by the two regions. There is some contested area between Tigray and Afar, just like there are disputes between Tigray and Amhara, Oromia, and Somali region, Oromia, and southern region, Oromia and Amhara. There is Oromians, Afar and Somali. There is a similar border dispute between Afar and Tigray. During Tigray war, if you remember, Afar forces retook control of Sone. Sone is a locality on Afar Tigray border. Both regions have their claims to Sone. During the war, Sone came under Afar control, but before the war, it was under Tigray control. It's a mountainous area on the border. And reportedly, Ibrahim Osman was not happy with the settlement of some Tigrayans in and around Son. He protested to the Afar government. His protest was not entertained. That is why he decided to flee to Iraq. This is what we have learned so far. I could not talk to Ibrahim Usman so far. I think confirmation should come from the horse's mouth. Eritrean government not expected to confirm it, but we need to wait for more confirmation. But several sources reporting, that's why I shared it with you. So far, no denial. A far regional government should issue a statement. Where is Ibrahim Usman? Thank you for watching.